Hello viewers, you're welcome to my channel one more time. You're on to Literary Discourse with Mr. Mashone, and today I've got an update for you. And what is the update? The update is that the West African Examination Council has released the Harmonized list of literature in English text for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination for the 2026 to 2030 academic years. And if you've been teaching literature for the past 4 or 5 years, you should know that the current list of literature texts will be expiring in 2025, and the year 10 learners for the 2023-2024 academic session are the learners who will be preparing for the first examination in 2026. First on the list is William Shakespeare's text titled Anthony and Cleopatra, a very fantastic play by him. And you can find a free copy to download on the internet. In fact, on this video there's a link to download a copy for yourself. You can also search out for the video adaptation of the play. But then don't judge a book by the movie. It is good you read the book and get to know the text and internalize it so that you are well prepared for your learners. And if you are a learner, you are also well prepared for the examination you have ahead of you. So let's move on to the African prose section. Under African prose, we have the whole list with the title So the Path Does Not Die. Why should the path not die, or which path should not die here? Go get the book and find out. And the second on the list is Emma Shaw with the title Redemption Road. Redemption. Is someone reminding me of Bob Nestor Marley? Redemption song. Alright, but yeah, we say Redemption Road. Okay. Under non-African prose, we have a police novel titled To Kill a Mockingbird. This bird over there has been mocking me, maybe, I don't know. Should I kill it? Can you hear the noise? Maybe. Alright, To Kill a Mockingbird. So, go get the book. I've been hearing so much about this text, but I haven't read it. But I think this is a very good opportunity for me to read it, being that I'll be doing analysis of it very soon. And the second on the list here is a novel by Susan Belfield titled Path of Lucas, The Journey He Endured. What journey are you enduring right now? Alright, that's for prose. Now we move on to drama, and under drama we have the African drama from Bosode Ademiloa Afolaya with the title Once Upon an Elephant. And my favorite of them all is a play by Efwa Sutherland titled The Marriage of Anan Sewa. Ghanaians, how are you doing? I can see your work here. For Sutherland is a Ghanaian author, and The Marriage of Anan Sewa is a very popular text, and I think you'll like it when you read it. Next, we should move on to non-African drama. Non-African drama here we have J.B. Priestley with the title An Inspector Calls. If an inspector calls, what has it to say? What instruction has it got for me? I don't know, but that is what the book is saying here. It says An Inspector Calls. But that's by the way. Let's move on to the next on the list, which is a play by Robert Bolt titled A Man for All Seasons. A Man for All Seasons. Now, let's move on to the African poetry section. And first on the list is Gabriel Okara's poem, Once Upon a Time. The last one we had was Once Upon an Elephant. Here we have Once Upon a Time. Maybe these guys would want us to do contrastive analysis along the line. But that's by the way. Just keep checking on my YouTube channel and other social media. Follow me and you're going to get more content on all of this. So the next, which is the second on the list, is a poem by Elizabeth L.A. Kamara titled New Tongue. The third is by Wole Soyinka. This man always representing almost everywhere. In the IGCSE curriculum, he's there with his play Death and Kiss Husband. This current syllabus you are working with, we have the lion and the jewel, so it's always everywhere. So in this dispensation, his poem is titled Night. Night, what happened at night? Let's find out. But then we have Niyi Oshundare with a very fantastic title here, Not My Business. If it's not your business, whose business? Whose business? But that is what we have in Nigeria. Maybe in Africa, but I think Nigeria own is what I know very well. It's always not my business when it's not my business. And when it's not your business, it's nobody's business. But when it's not your business, it's not my business. At the end of the day, it becomes everybody's business. Alright? And we have another poem from S.O.H. Afriye Vidza titled Healthy Gallant. Healthy Gallant. Just imagine what he has for us. Then the sixth on the list, which is the last on the list for African poetry, is a poem by Chine Koka titled The Breast of the Sea. I've never seen the sea as a human being, but here we are told that the sea has breast. Breast of the sea. Let's find out what he has for us. So, having that is all for African poetry, and now we move on to non-African poetry. Here we have the almighty Lord Byron with the title She Walks in Beauty. And I'm just wondering if anybody walks in ugliness. Does anyone actually walk in ugliness? So, second on the list is the ancestor of English literature himself, Geoffrey Chaucer. You know, Shakespeare, I said, is the father of English literature, but I refer to Geoffrey Chaucer as one of the ancestors of English literature. I think he's a medieval writer, and one of his collection of tales called the Canterbury Tales. In fact, this poem that he has for us is actually taken from the Canterbury Tale, and the title of this poem is The Nun's Priest's Tale, shortened. Alright, and third on the list is Seamus Heaney's poem titled Digging. What are you digging? Are you a gold digger? Or you're digging for diamond? Or you're digging for treasure? Whatever you're digging. But then that is not it. What I love most among the poems is by Maya Angelou, a mom of blessed memory. Maya Angelou with the title Still Arise. Yes, in spite of what is happening in Africa, we're going to rise, especially in Nigeria. Fuel price is hiking. We're going to rise. Transportation is moving like, I don't know. We're going to rise. Nigeria is borrowing every day. We're going to rise beyond that. All right? We're going to rise and rise and rise and rise. In spite of everything that the West is thinking of us, we're going to rise beyond that. Yes, we will still rise. The fifth on the list is Fleur Adcock's poem with the title The Telephone Call. This makes me to remember Wole Soyinka's poem Telephone Conversation. Yes, so everybody is writing about telephone, but that was their day, right? In their days, they were writing about telephone, because since the telephone was the big deal. Maybe the WhatsApp call should be the WhatsApp call right now that I'm going to write on. I don't know, but that's a story for another day. The last on the list, which is not the least on the list, is Wilfred Wilson Gibson's poem titled The Stone. And again, this gets me wondering if this man is a Rastafarian. In the Rastafarian world, they usually have the metaphor, the stone. I can remember one of Culture's song, the Rastaman throw one stone and bring about a feeling to all wicked men, right? So, would this be the kind of stone he's talking about? I don't know. So, let's find out as we get to read them. And that is all for the Harmonized list from the West African Examination Council, WAEC. And like I've told you, the list is the Harmonized list, and this means that this is the list of texts that will be used for WAEC, NECO, and UTME from 2026 to 2030. So it is good you go get your copies and start reading them and prepare very well for your learners, so you stand tall in the classroom and you prepare your learners for success at the end of the day. Please, if what I have done is looking good to you, why don't you give me thumbs up? I like seeing those ones. I like seeing them. And if I've done well as well, tell others about it. Let them get to know about me so the ministry can move forward. All right. So, but you want to go without subscribing? Subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first to know when I've published a new content. All right. So till I come your way again, I still remain Abedigo Marshole, and you are on to Literary Discourse with Mr. Marshole. See you. Bye bye.